Hi everyone, this is Narayana. In last video, we will discuss with three service and what are the uses of three service, how it will useful to the UDS protocol to using testing. So we will discuss with the examples also. So in today video, we have TUI service is TUI service is nothing but a write data by identifier. So by using this service, we can write the data into the ECU. Okay. uh, in this node we will get the question why we have to write why we have to write the data from ECU. So I will explain you that today the system ECU fault free. To make the system fault free, or to check the software whether to check whether the software writing the data happening or not. So while we getting this condition means why we have to write the data from ECU. Sometimes the developers will developing stage, developing the code, they are giving the random data and they checking the random outputs from the requirements. So to avoid, but in actual time when the product is prepared, or when with the original product is prepared, in this production time or development production time or execution time, they will give the exact what are the outputs we have to use from this particular ECU. They will give the exact data. So in this time what will happen, what will happen means random data will getting some outputs are getting wrong, some mistakes are happening. So to avoiding that we are using to write the data from ECU. See here, because of the development we write the random data within the range of as per requirements, but in the production time they will give the exact data. So when we giving the exact data, we have to get exact output. If there are any mistakes in, if the we didn't get any exact output, we have to raise the bug to the developers, and again we have to develop the code, and the developers will again send the code. So this is the continued process of testing. So the same way we are using to write the data from ECU from this service. Okay. See here, I will give the one example. So seat belt signal minimum value is 0 or unbuckled. One means buckled, means maximum value. Okay. See here, in this every service we have the message request format. So in this message request format we have, so I will explain what is the message request format from this service. Okay. See here, the every message for every service we have message request format. So in this message request format, we have the service means DLC. What are the DLC we have, or what are the services we have? See, what are the services we have? So sorry, one second. Yeah, what are the services? So first one is DLC, DLC, and second one is the service ID. See, this is common for every format. See, DLC and service ID is common. So service ID, see service ID we have. Wait a second. Service ID we have. After that, so service ID. Next, we have the what what here subfunction, right? So in this service we have DID, not subfunction. So in the service ID we didn't have subfunctions, and it will the data in, see here, data, this is the format we have getting from the positive response. What is the positive response for this the service ID? So it will get DLC, okay, and service ID plus 40. See, service ID plus 40. See, what is this plus 40? From certified by ISO, this UDS protocol, we have to add the every service positive response plus service ID plus 40. So what are the DID we given? So the DID, okay. So for example, I give 5828. See here, this is the DID I given, okay. This is the DID I given. What is the output response from here? So we will get data. Whatever the data we write in the ECU, we will get the data. So same way here, see, in this example we can see, you can see that. So I will take DLC as a 4, and this is the service ID, this is the DID, whatever the DID I taken 58. So this 00 is a data. So from this data I given 00, what is the output? I will expected. So I will expected DLC is the 3, okay. This is the service ID plus 40. So what I get output, the output will be service or DID. So if I get same DID, the output is positive. So this is the positive response. See, for example, again I will give the same. What I can read from the ECU, I can read from the ECU whatever the data we have from the ECU we can read. So same way I will explain you one more example from this. In going to one more example, I will explain one point. If it is more than 8 bytes, while reading we will have single frame as well as followed by. So in this scenario we can see, we can produce, okay, we can produce the ECU by data. So in this scenario we have different types of outputs we have. So see, from more than 8 bytes of data we write, you write more than 8 bytes of data, what we have to do? We have to follow the single frame. So in this single frame comes feature, it is more than 8 bytes. While writing we didn't have a single frame, automatically ECU will start with first frame. So whatever you observed here, this is the single frame data. So this is a comes under single frame. Wait a second, one second. So these all comes under a single frame format. So coming to next example, we will discuss what are the frames we used, okay. So in this example, see here, I will take to write the data from ECU by using 2E service to procedure. What is the procedure of this 2E service? We have to use, go to the programming section here. See, this is the 10 service. So go to programming essay and we will get positive response, okay. Next, go to 3 service. What are the 3 service we use? To go to tester present, to activate the tester present we will get positive output. After that we have to go from 27 service. I will explain you in next slides, okay. 27 service, what is this 27 service? Is nothing but a security access service to activate the security from the ECU, okay. uh, we have to remember this thing. I will explain you in next slides, okay. This is the positive response from the that, okay, security access. This is the key value, sorry, this is the request seed, this is the key value or send key we have to request. What is the outputs from the 27 service, okay. See here, we will get the output from the 27 services. 026702. So this is the positive response from the 27 service. Okay, I will explain in next slides. Okay, don't worry about that. So he see here, go to again we have to go from 10 service. So we have to observe the positive response, and to execute this, to execute this 2e service, we have to go again programming session every. So we have to go after execute, after dumping the code, we have to again go to programming session to default session to coming to what is that, extended session. In this extended session we have to access every service id from different service ids, we have to access in extension session. So coming to extension session, this is the positive response from the extension session. And coming to here, this is the 2e service. Okay, in this 2e service we given the data from, this is the service or did. Okay, I will take this did and I will give the data as 01. So in this 01 is presented in the ECU. If the 01 is presented in the ECU, we will get, this is the positive response. See here, this is 2e plus 40, so it is a 6e. Okay, service id plus 40. So this is the did, whatever the did we taken, so we will get the did. So if this data is not presented, means what will happen? If the data is not presented, so we will get, see here, if the data is not presented 01, so what we get? So we will get, so 2e, what we get in the service, what will get? See here, yeah, I will explain here. See, if the data is not presented, if the data is not presented in ECU, what will happen? We will get, see, we will get 7f followed by, so we will get here every negative response to add the 7f. This is the ISO certified for the these services, 7f followed by 2e, and we will get the did is not presented. So what are the response we will get? So if the did is not presented, so we will get 31 nrc. See here, 31 nrc we will get. So in this nrc, so request out of range, for example, if the data is not presented in ECU, so it is the out of data. So that's why we will get, see here, what are the DLC? 1, 2, 3. So this is the DLC we will get. So this is the output from the ECU, negative output from the ECU. If the data is not presented, we will get this output. So see, coming to the negative part, so what are the negative responses we will getting from this service ID? So see here, this is the response I will giving to the ECU. So I given here DLC is wrong. So what will happen if the DLC is wrong? What is the NRC we will get? 13 NRC. So in this 13 NRC we will get. So coming to here, for example, I given the invalid DID. So in this invalid DID, what is the output we will get? See here, 03 is a DLC, 7F followed by every negative response will follows the 7F, and service ID, what are the service ID given? So 02, and getting here 31 NRC. See here, in this 31 NRC is the out of request of range. Means if you given the data if you given the data out of the range or your DID is not presented in that code, so we will get 31 NRC request out of range. This is the NRC we will get. So if it is more than 8 bytes, for example, you are given the data is more than 8 bytes, while reading we will have the single frame. See, in in the next in first point also I will explain the same thing. So we will have the single frame as well as followed by FF or FC or CF. Means here whatever the functionalities we have more than 8 bytes, so it is a frame to frame, okay, frame to counter or counter to frame. So this type of scenarios will have. So if the more than of 8 bytes while writing we didn't have the single frame. See here, whenever we are writing the data, whenever we are writing more than 8 bytes, there is no single frame. See here, this is the single frame. So we can add the data in single format. So but more than 8 bytes of data we are writing, the single frame is not there. Automatically the ECU will start with first frame. See here, FF will start it. So what are the FF we are using from this frame? So whatever the whatever the single frame is automatically converted to the first frame. So in this first frame we have the different scenarios. Okay, I will explain that scenario also. Okay, without security access. Okay, see here, without security access, unlock the ECU. If I try to write data into the ECU, what will happen? So when we are writing the data into ECU, if you do not activate the security access or 27 service I said, right? So I will explain 27 service. Without active the 27 service, what will happen? If you write the data from ECU, what will happen? We will get 33 NRC. Here 33 NRC is nothing but security access denied, because did not access the ECU without a security code. For example, your system have a code. Okay, your system has a lock, right? So when we given the lock, then only system will start or system will unlock the system. So same way, without a security access or without a 27 service, if you access or if you write or read the data from the ECU, we will get 33 NRC. 33 NRC. From this 33 NRC, we will get security access denied. So, see here, we get security access denied. So, from this security access denied, we have lot of uh, issues will arise getting from the ECU. So I will explain in next video, which is 27 service. Okay, I will explain in next video. This is the security access. Okay, coming from 22 service, I think you all are understand the 2 service. If you have any doubts on this session, please message or please comment in comment section. I will reply you, I will clarify your doubt. Okay, so last thing is, please like, share, subscribe my channel, give a support to me to make a more videos. Thank you for your all support and love.